All this TV time is making me feel famous. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this problem right here. 4x over x minus 1 and minus 28x minus x squared plus 5x minus 6. And you're going to notice that the denominators are different from each other. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that x squared plus 5x minus 6, and I am going to factor it. I'm going to plug it into Desmos here. I'm going to look for the roots of it. So what you're going to notice, I'm going to turn it off. I get -6 and I get +1. So that is going to be written, as we all know, this as x plus 6 and x minus 1. And then I have the 28x over the top. What you're going to notice is this 4x over x minus 1, that is already factored. There's nothing I can take out of x minus 1. So I'm just going to write it right there, x minus 1. And I'm going to write 4x right here at the top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to stop sharing this screen. And I'm going to bring that down right here. Okay, so where we were at was 4x over x minus 1 minus 28x over x plus 6, x minus 1. Okay, we've got to get like denominators. They're completely different right now. You'll notice that this has an x minus 1 already. This has got an x minus 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that x plus 6 and I'm going to bring it over here, x plus 6. And what I do to the bottom, of course, we are going to do to the top, and we're going to multiply by the top, x plus 6. Notice that the denominators are the same at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and write that out, x plus 6, x minus 1. And what we are going to do is work only with the numerator at this point. So I'm going to get 4x, x plus 6, minus 28x. Now we do need to go ahead and simplify this stuff in the numerator. So I'm going to take this whole 4x right there, and I'm going to distribute it into the binomial that is set there. So we have 4x times x, which is, I'll write it right here, 4x squared, and 4x plus 6, which is 24x. 4x times 6 is 24x. And then we have this minus 28 over here, so minus 28x. And it is still all over x plus 6 and x minus 1. Okay? One thing I got to do is I got to clean up this 24x minus 28x. So let's simplify that piece, combining like terms. 24x minus 28x is -4x. So I'm going to write 4x squared, this stays the same, minus 4x all over x plus 6 and x minus 1. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, I'm going to go back to Desmos. I'm going to share that screen with you. Go back into Desmos. I want to type that in just to make sure we're doing exactly what we need to do. So parentheses 4x squared minus 4x, all divided by parentheses x plus 6 and x minus 1. Notice they overlap each other, so we are in good shape. In our quizzes, we should have that set up to where we understand that piece. Now, the only thing that I need to do at this point is go ahead and make sure that it is fully simplified. So I'm going to take that 4x squared minus 4x, and I'm going to see if I can factor that real quick. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back over and type in 4x squared minus 4x, okay, and I'm going to find the roots, 0 and 1. Right, so I'm going to write 4. X is the 0 root, and then x minus 1, because that is a positive 1, all over the denominator, which is x plus 6, minus 1. Notice the x minus 1 and the x minus 1, they're exactly the same. They cancel. Okay, and our final answer would be 4x over x plus 6. Now, the one thing I want to do, and I'll reiterate this 1.5 million times, type it in the Desmos, verify your answer. So I'll do that. 4x divided by x plus 6. Notice they are all the same. We go from blue to black to green. All three of those are exactly the same as we work through the process. Therefore, 4x divided by x plus 6 is our final